Deep breath. I did not say what Juliana said, anything about me being a nutter. She totally made that up. So thank you for having me, everyone. So my name's Uzma. If a lot of you have seen me through Facebook, you'll know me as Uzma Pinks. Oh, God, what can I tell about myself? It seems that yesterday I was sitting at my very first success day thinking, oh, my God, this is going to be a long day. And thinking, can I actually do this? Are they all real people? Are they all actors? And I really was thinking, oh, my God, is this real? I've never experienced anything like it. So it's my absolute pleasure to share my story with you guys today. So let me tell you a little bit about me. From the age of 18, well, like a lot of 18-year-olds, I just finished my A-levels and was going to go on to university to become a graduate. I wanted to become an accountant. Oh my God, that's scary. Me, an accountant, that just doesn't go. But I wanted the income and lifestyle that I thought a profession in accountancy would give me. Seriously, I have to use my calculator to calculate my 4 case credits. However, yes, I was going to go on to become an accountant. I was living in my little bubble of I'm going to get a degree and I'm going to get a job and everything's going to be lovely and everything's going to be fine. However, life didn't really pan out like that. On the day of my last exam and my niece's first birthday, the beautiful girl that you can see in the picture, she was diagnosed with a very rare, incurable liver condition, something so rare that I think, if I'm correct in saying, only less than 10 people in the whole world had it. And we've been given a timescale of 4 years. So within a day, our whole life broke. I took a very big decision at the time to give up my degree and stay at home and look after her, because nothing's more important than my family. The following year, I went back to uni after a lot of discussion with the family. I started in September, and November, my niece lost her fight. She's just 2 years old. So heartbroken really was not the word. I was 19 years old, with no degree, no hope, no future, no self-confidence, and I had no idea where my life was going to go. So I settled for working in a mobile phone shop, seeing as I didn't really have a backup plan. So how I came across Forever, I was at work in February 2012, and I met a lady that I served the day before at work. She came up to me and she said, asked me what my name was. I thought she was going to make a complaint. Don't know where I got that from. She wouldn't dare. And she asked me what my name was, and she said, I've got my own business, and I think you'd be absolutely amazing at it. And I thought, I've got no idea what you do, but yeah, I probably would be. So she was a little bit crazy, so I handed my number over, and I met up the next day for a coffee. And within 10 minutes of my one-to-one, I fell in love with everything that I was shown. This was it. This is what I'd been waiting for. I had no idea whether I could or couldn't do it, but there was only one way to do, and it's only one way to find out, and that was just to jump in. I always had a very clear vision of my life. By the time I was 25 years old, I wanted to be on a six-figure salary. Obviously, been watching far too much Apprentice. But Alan Sugar doesn't need me. I don't need him. He needs me. I wanted to drive a white convertible Audi A5 with a private plate number that said Pinks. Somebody's already got that. Can you believe that? Does she not know who I am? I wanted to live in a huge house. I wanted a pink princess wedding. But more than anything, I wanted to help people. I wanted to make a difference. Because I've always been taught life is not about what you get, it's about what you give. I Googled that. Did you like it? No, I didn't. Diana Page taught me that, actually. So I kick-started there and then. But juggling Forever around a 37-hour retail job, I completely treated it like a hobby. So it paid like one. But I kept asking my upline, Maria, where my £3,000 check was. And she said, are you doing any work to be paid £3,000? Well, no, I wasn't, but that wasn't the point. I wanted a £3,000 check. I never attended any business presentations, success days, training, sizzles, absolutely nothing. And I never did 4 case credits a month, because I was a princess. It was all going to come to me. So after my uplines going on and on about success days, there was just only one way to keep them quiet. I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go along. It's a lot easier than listening to them every month. So in February 2012, I went along to a success day. But little did I know what a massive turning point it was going to be. Debbie Nwangwa, my amazing inspiration, was on stage for Carplan, and she just bought a brand new BMW, obviously with Carplan. Obviously. And I remember thinking, oh my God, wow, I can do this. But her words were, in this business, you can have results or excuses, but you can't have both. And that just stuck in my head. It kept going round and round and round. It wasn't Forever, it was me. So followed by QLS Day in January, I walked away thinking, if everyone else can do it, I'm sure I can do it too. So that's it. I decided to decide if it was going to be, then it was up to me. I'd been chasing a manager position at my current retail job for over 9 months, extra hours, unpaid work, store targets, and then it was handed to somebody else. Seriously, he wasn't even any good at it. But I'm glad it was, because earning 18 grand a year wasn't going to make my dreams come true, so something had to change. So December 2012, I did my 4 case credits for once, and attending QLS Day, I had to move up the ladder, but 21 case credits just seemed so big and so far. And I wasn't a retail queen, and I couldn't understand what I was doing wrong. Why was everyone else shooting up the marketing plan, but not me? That's because I spent my time comparing myself. I spent my time on results. No results. I spent my time on excuses rather than results. And I changed my mindset. I had 6 team members over the 8 months, and not one of them was active. But why should there be when I wasn't? So I changed my mindset. I recruited 5 people, I retailed, and I went supervisor. But then I thought I was like the next Jane Leach, and I was going to be a millionaire now, and everything was going to happen, which obviously didn't. So anyone who's gone supervisor today, this is where the magic begins. Don't stop. So February last year, I completely stopped my activity because I thought I was just going to roll on to manager now, and momentum dropped. And because of that, in March, I came so close to losing my forever business. Till this day, it scares the life out of me. My actual sponsor moved to another networking company and tried to take me with her. The grass seemed very, very green on the other side. So I filled my application form out, ready to join. I rang my uplines and told them there was nothing that they could do or say to make me stay in forever, because forever didn't work. Because in March, I'd done so much activity, it was unreal. I did over 40 one-to-ones, and not a single person joined my business. Natalie got in touch with me, Natalie Healy, and she said, Uzma, it's a business, you need to give it 12 months. Rome wasn't built in a day. And my God, am I glad that I did. It took me from an assistant supervisor to an Eagle manager. So what changed? I worked deep in my team. I helped them, I mentored them. I attended every single success day. I've never missed one. Every business presentation, every training, anything that I could get my hands on, I was there. I set a goal of being a manager while I was 21. So 25th of June 2013, I had to become a manager. The following month, from 1 month of nearly leaving forever, we did 63 case credits the following month, 115 the next. I went manager as well as a frontline manager. I did this all around, and I'll tell you why that was, because I was consistent with my activity. I never stopped. I did this all around a job, which many times I could have used as an excuse, but I never did. But more than anything, I changed. Forever's never going to change. The product's only going to get better. The marketing plan, all the support, it's only going to grow. If your business isn't where you want it to be, you have to change. So I changed my attitude. The first thing was the grass isn't as green as it looks on the other side. If you take the time to water your own, it will be just as green. Temptations will come, and you're going to want to leave forever, and you're going to want to give up. I've done it plenty of times, but I've never actually left. That's because like Jane and Maria and Jan would never let me. So the key is never to compare yourself and stick to it. Your attitude is so important. Your attitude is like your products. Without it, you don't have a business. You can't have a business without a positive attitude. Your mindset attitude has to be so strong that you attract people like that into your life. So if anyone hasn't watched or read The Secret, I highly recommend it. It completely and utterly changed my life. Another thing that holds a lot of us back in our business is fear. Something that really massively held me back with my business. I had so many fears when I first started with Forever. I had a fear of failure. I had a fear of rejection. I had a fear of speaking to people. I had a fear of speaking in public, believe it or not, even if I do love the limelight. I had people telling me that I was going to fail. I even had a prospect tell me once, in his exact words, I was a silly little girl to think if Forever was ever going to make me any money. I would love to compare my bonus check with him now. See who's laughing. I had a fear of other people's opinions and what they thought of me. But you know what? Their opinions don't pay my bills. Okay, I'm lying, I don't have any bills. But they don't pay for my shoes and my handbags and my beautiful Audi. So to be quite honestly, I couldn't care what anyone else thinks. Jane has always taught us that some will, some won't. So what rule? It doesn't matter who supports you. This is your business and this is your life. No one's going to be as sorry as you are if you don't chase your dreams. So how I overcome my fears. The first thing I did is I wrote down everything I was grateful for to Forever, things that Forever had already given me and was going to give me. And then every time I didn't want to speak to somebody, I'd say to myself, Uzma, stop being so selfish. Because what if I wasn't prospected when I was at work? I would still be there. It's quite scary. I wrote all my fears down and I burnt them because they don't exist. All your false evidence appearing real, your fears don't exist, they're all in your mind. And the third thing that I did was I wrote my fears outside of Forever. And my biggest fear was heights. I used to not look down in bull ring because I used to think that everything's just going to collapse and I'm going to fall. I'm so dramatic. So what I did is I booked a 13,000 feet skydive and a jump from a plane. If any of you are going to do that, please make sure you have somebody with you. I don't want to be responsible for anyone's death. And I always imagine a prospect as me. It's not fair if you make the decision for somebody. Whether Forever is or isn't for another person, that's their decision to make, not yours. So always prospect everybody, and your fears don't exist, they're just in your mind. So something else that changed my business was, for 8 months, I tried to ignore the business cycle. In my planning meeting, I paid no attention. And I was thinking, oh, for God's sake, seriously, why are you showing me this wheel? Do I really need that to build my business? I can do this. That obviously didn't work. So for 8 months, I completely ignored the business cycle. I totally ignored the who do you know list. And surprise, surprise, it never built me a business. So make sure you have a solid who do you know list of absolutely every single person that you know. Because either they will turn into incredible team members or they'll lead you on to somebody. So I had a lady on my who do you know list that I prospected 18 months ago. She said Forever wasn't for her, and that's completely fine. And she referred a Zumba teacher on to me called Neela. Neela took 8 months to accept my friend request. Oh my God. Took me 6 months of following her up, and today she's a supervisor about to be one of my next managers. So never give up on anyone. I also had a clean 9 customer on my who do you know list, because I always put my customers on my who do you know list. And I prospected her Forever. It wasn't the right time for her. 6 months down the line, she joined my business. 7 weeks down the line, she was a manager. 3 months down the line, she was earning over £3,000, achieved level 1 car plan and 100 club. So you never, ever give up on people. Your contacts and your calls is what keeps your business moving. So never leave any stone unturned and stick to the business cycle because it works. So think of everyone that you know that are in sales. So I was in sales. So think of everyone that you know in sales. Think of people that you meet on a day-to-day basis that are in sales. So next time someone serves you in a shop, prospect them because they're probably very unhappy in what they do. Think of everyone that you know who's a teacher. I know Tracy Munro's had amazing success with having teachers in her business. And I know the kids are moving schools, so just prospect every teacher, basically. Think of anyone who's enthusiastic and if they've got an attitude that you'd like to work towards. So never, ever rule anyone off your who do you know list. It doesn't matter how well you know them or when was the last time you spoke to them. Your who do you know list is where it all starts from. And if you don't do it, you can't coach it to your team. So I can't tell my team to build a who do you know list if I haven't done it myself, because I just can't. So different methods to build your to build your business. So I used lots and lots of different methods to build my business because nothing was going to stop me from getting to where I was. So one of the methods that I used was contact marketing. Contact marketing is an incredible, incredible way to build your business. And that's just literally speaking to people that you don't know. For me, contact marketing, not only did it build my who do you know list and build my network, it helped me overcome my fear of speaking to people. Sunna Moritz has an incredible training on contact marketing on YouTube. Just Google her. You'll find her. And it got me comfortable with the uncomfortable. And I disciplined myself to speaking to 3 people a day without fail. And I know Juliana did that when she was on her way to manager as well. 24-hour supermarkets are a fantastic way to build this because there's no excuse of, I don't have time, all the shops are closed. It's 24 hours, there's no getting out of it. And I heard somebody called Uzma Pinks was sponsored by Contact Marketing. I heard she was all right, so I assume it works. Carding is another fantastic way to build your business. So what you want to do on a Sunday night, you want to count out 200 cards, and from one Sunday to the following week, you want to distribute them cards on coffee tables, on back of toilet doors, through people's doors, absolutely anywhere where you can leave them. My friends always check my bag when we go out, because I'm always leaving my leaflets everywhere. Michelle Beardmore is an amazing example of what carding can lead you to, and incredible people. If you're going to use events to build your business, you need to discipline yourself to having 2 to 3 events every single month. I've got a lady in my team that I recruited, and she had a stall opposite me at an event. So when you're at an event, don't just hide behind your stall. Get up and network with people, because they're there because they want another income. Launches, they're a fantastic way to build your business. You can do so many different types of launches now. You can do pamper nights, you can do body toning nights. The list just goes on and on and on. When you invite people, get them to invite somebody else. We recently did that with a launch, and both of the people are now within the business. And it allows you to build your network again. Pop drops another fantastic way to build your business, but you need to stay consistent with every activity that you choose. So if you're using pop boxes to build your business, you need to discipline yourself to 2 to 3 a week. And again, customize your pop boxes. Give a free pop box to anyone who orders a clean 9 if they're local to you. Free pop boxes to anyone who orders over £50, because they don't know it's free anyway. Lol. So get to know your customers. Oh my God, I can't believe I just said that. Get to know your customers and put a pop box together that's going to suit their needs. And again, even with my mats, even if you get an order of 0.2 case credits per pop box, over the course of the month, you're going to end up on over 1.5 case credit in retail. So it all adds up. Facebook, referrals, and social media are an amazing, amazing way to build your business, but you have to remember it's only additional activity. It's very, very easy to hide behind Facebook and to hide behind emails and text messages and WhatsApp and whatever else I was created. So remember, it's an 80-20 rule. 80% of come and take a look at me and my lifestyle, and 20% and come and join my business, because that's what I do on my Facebook. Please don't follow me on Facebook, because as in a way to build it, because I'm not perfect. Follow Claire Spencer. No pressure, Claire. So it's an 80-20 rule. So when people are following me on Facebook, they see me, they see all the crazy things that I do, and they get to connect with me. So don't hide behind Facebook and emails, and don't shy away from picking up the phone, because as soon as I stopped doing that, my case credits went through the roof. And within the space of 18 months, we've gone from 20 case credits a month to now over 300. So by using all the above methods, it allows me to connect to 3 to 5 people a day. So 3 to 5 numbers a day allows me to call 3 to 5 people a day. And your phone calls is what keeps your business ticking. So it just goes to show, if you build your network of 2 people a day, it's over 720 people in a year. I stole that from Jane. I wasn't meant to tell you that bit. If you're going to be networking with 5 people a day, just look at, can you really afford to throw not to literally throw so many people away, but to take a massive chunk of your business away just by not networking? But whatever activity you pick, you have to stay consistent with it. You might network, you might contact people, shop 3 people in a day, and all 3 of them might say no. But the way I always look at it is, if I've got 5 people sitting in a room and my first 4 one-to-one say no, why should the 5th person be affected because of the other 4 people? Because every person you're going to meet is going to have a different life and different commitments. So don't let them pay the price for somebody else. So what to aim for? So I've always aimed for 5 numbers a day. I've aimed for a minimum of 5 one-to-ones a week, and that's what I coach down to my team. I aim for a guest at every business presentation, and if they're not at my local one, I'll get them to one wherever that's local to them. And I always commit to 2 team members a month. I personally always sponsor 5, because I can't teach my team 2 if I'm doing 2, so I always need to be raising the bar for myself. And that's what I coach down to my team to aim for as well, because it makes it a lot easier if you have a number to aim for. Oh, my slides changed. So retailing. You are your own best customer. You are your own shop. So you have to walk around your house and look at everything else that you're using, and if it's through forever, because that's what I did. Everything that I use is through forever. Your products, are built on your personal recommendations. If you're not trying them, you can't recommend them on. But when building your retail base, please stay ethical. We're so blessed to work under such an amazing ethical business. We need to stay ethical in terms of our pricing. So always stick to the retail recommended price. Our products have so many uses rather than just the one. So you want to be coaching that down to your customers and make sure that they know exactly what they're paying for. My dad's always taught me you'd rather earn £100 the right way than £1,000 the wrong way. Then I get him to pay me the other £900. Commitments. You need to be committed to your business. So I committed, just the way Natalie asked me and told me to work my business full-time for 12 months. So when I say full-time, 7 months of that was around a full-time job. But if I was putting 10 hours a week into my business, I was putting 20 hours worth of work in, because you need to know what you're going to be doing in them 10 hours. I commit to coming to every single success day, because I can't expect my team to do it if I'm not doing it. I'm at every single business presentation. I committed to becoming a student, because you are your business. If you stop growing, your business is going to stop growing. You need to be consistent. So there's people that have done it a lot faster than me, but wherever you are in your business, that's only going to happen if you stay consistent. Juliana is an amazing, amazing example. She's built an incredible business over 2 years because she's been consistent with everything that she did. And I was committed to showing my team, not telling my team, because I can't expect my team to be 4cc active if I'm not, because people follow what you do, not what you show them. Other way around, you know what I mean. Responsibility, you need to be a responsible leader. For 8 months of my business, I spent blaming absolutely everything, from the weather to my team. It just wasn't me. So never ever blame anyone for your lack of results. If you can't change the team, then change the team. If that doesn't make sense, then blame Jane, because I copied that from Jane. Actually, no, don't blame Jane. So you always need to turn every negative situation into a positive. So about 2-3 months ago, I presented at Holland Success Day, and I tried to board my flight without a passport. So to be honest with you, I found it absolutely hilarious. And I just thought, I've got 2 hours to prospect now. So whatever your situation is, always turn it into a positive. I left my passport at home. I have no idea how I did that. And remember, if it's going to be, then it's up to me. This is your business, not your team's, not your next-door neighbors, not your uplines. It's your business. And wherever you want to go, that's your journey. So never compare yourself, and remember that this is your journey and where you're going to go. And never be sorry for the results for the work that you never did. So for 8 months, I moaned about where my business, how it wasn't building, but that's because I wasn't growing, and I wasn't taking it where it should be, and I wasn't doing the activity. So you need to stay consistent, because your business is like a snowball. The more your snowball rolls, the bigger your business is going to get. You need to have solid goals. So, I took goal setting very, very seriously, about 18 months ago, and it completely changed my business. And what's incredible is that over the 3-year goals that I set, they've all been ticked off within 18 months. And they weren't vague goals. They were, every single thing was detailed. You need to be committed, because this business is built on commitment. And if you're not, it's only going to be affecting you, nobody else. You need to be a responsible leader. You need to be passionate about what you do. So when you're talking to people, your passion has to shine through your voice. You need to be focused and determined, because again, this is your journey. So I always teach my team to build, put 12 months of activity in their business to set their foundation, and then work forever on a 3 to 5 year plan to completely change your life. You need to be ethical. Always, always be ethical, because we are an ethical company. And you need to do the activity. So, we've gone through a few things today of what you should be aiming for. That's down to you to do. So, I don't ask my team every single day what they're doing, because they're independent distributors. If they don't do it, it's affecting their business. So I hope that's helped you today. Thank you for having me, and I hope it just goes to show to you, wherever you are today, it really doesn't matter. Wherever you want to go in the next 12 months, you can do. You've just got to be focused. You've got to believe the fact that you can do it, and just go for it. Thank you. Wake me up when it's all over.